Hello everybody, welcome to Cooking with Titus, and I'm your host, Titus Andronicus. So tonight we'll be preparing a main course meal as well as a dessert for three very special guests who are coming to join us for dinner this evening. One of these guests I would say is a pretty special friend of mine who is Queen of the Goths. Her name is Tamora. She actually has two lovely sons who will be coming over here just in a minute to help me actually make the dinner itself. And then our two other special guests are sort of like a celebrity request thing. I'm having them on the show because they're also royals, but it is the Prince Hamlet of Denmark and his stepfather Claudius. And Hamlet himself actually requested the special dessert that I'll be making tonight, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Right now I'm going to start with the meatloaf. So first thing you want to do is preheat your oven. You don't want to have to mess around with that later, trust me. But the next thing you're going to have to do is chop up an onion. So to do that, yeah, we're gonna have to edit that. Here's what your onion should look like if you did it right-ish. Okay, and then now, so the main ingredients for the meatloaf itself are the onion, 1 egg, some form of a dried, crushed bread product. Today we're using crostini because we are in Roma, of course. And then also 1 cup of milk. So now, let me just start combining this stuff. Let's have some fun. 1 cup. Oh, good enough. You throw that guy in the bowl. I don't really think there's a specific order you have to do this in. I never did it in any good order anyway. But there's all that stuff. And then you take your egg and you just kind of, yep. And there's your meatloaf, but we need the meat. And we're just waiting on that now. So I'm waiting on 2 very special guests. There they are. All right. 1 second, folks. Oh, Karen and Demetrius. Yeah, come right in. Yeah, just shut the door behind you. All right. So there's our meat after a little while of processing. That's a lot of work, but yeah, so you got about 1.5 pounds of lean meat there. This is actually specialty meat courtesy of Kyron and Demetrius themselves. Now this will come into play later for dinner, but you'll see. So basically you just put that in there and get it all worked together. Thanks, Kyron and Demetrius. All right. Oh, what am I thinking? Forgetting our dried bread product. The crostinis here were crushed courtesy of Lavinia and her feet. We put those in there. Those are very important for giving a little bit more of a bite to this dish. Yeah, I think I might have put too many in, but we just have a really bready meatloaf. Okay. Why? And now your hands are filthy. Your hand. So, olive oil. And I give our pan a little grease here. There it is. That's good. But yeah. So now you got your essential meatloaf here. Come on out. That's good enough for Tamora. You gotta make the loaf. You can't leave any distinguishable features. You gotta sculpt it. Again, you don't want this thing filling the whole pan. You're gonna have a hot mess when it comes out. Oh. All right. Now when we come back from commercial, we'll be preparing the sauce to put on this before we put it into the oven.
Oh hey, I didn't see you there. Do you ever want to go on a Christmas break and not have a good book? Well, if you go to Prospero's used bookstore, we always have a book for you.
And we're back. So now we're gonna present and make a sauce for this lovely loaf of meat. It's fairly simple. The base for the sauce itself can be ketchup, tomato paste. Here I'm using some condensed blood I got from our friends Kyron and Demetrius. as well as a little bit of their bone paste to give it some extra savor. But now, in addition to this, you'll add 2 tablespoons of your choice mustard. Yeah, that's about it. And then we got brown sugar to give it a little bit of sweetness. And it's like 2 tablespoons, so yeah. Beat that up like a filthy goth. Wow, there it is, sauciness. So now you take this, and this is gonna bake over your meatloaf to form a beautiful, just savory glaze. Wow, I should have made more, but it's gonna work. It doesn't need to be thick, you know, it just needs to be there. That's it, that's all it needs. Good enough, eh? All right, and now you take your meat, and you slip it in your 350 degree preheated oven for 1 hour. What time is it? Don't forget what time it is. And now, when we come back from commercial break, we will be making the sumptuous dessert that Hamlet has requested. Don't leave us.
Do you want to try the taste of Venice from anywhere in the world? Try Iago's Venetian Vino. It's the best wine in all of Venice. Why would I lie to you?
And we're back on Cooking with Titus, and now we'll be preparing the dessert that has been requested by Hamlet, which is a Danish strawberry rhubarb pie. So first things first, oh my goodness, whose pie crust? You want to unroll your pie crust. Now it's looking not great right now, but you can always fix this later with some egg. All right, so there's your pie crust in the pan. You know, you probably want to fix that, but we already made one, so. And you add your filling. Yep. Couple of those. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Now, this would be finished already. We just have to seal it off with the other pie crust. But Hamlet has requested a special ingredient here, nightshade. So, ooh, yeah. All right. So yeah, this is just gonna need to be lightly administered onto the pie filling, and then to avoid any notion that it's even in there, we're just gonna, oh my goodness, yeah, we're gonna cover it. And then you obviously, you know, like I have here, you want to flute it so it's got nice ribs on the crust edge. But yeah, and then unlike the meatloaf, this will be in the oven for only about 45 minutes. Maybe you want to keep an eye on it a little less. It might not go that long, but you put it in the oven about 45 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, which I didn't do the conversion for Celsius on that one, but it's like 200 or something. But yeah, so you want to keep an eye on it. Don't get the edges too burnt. And this thing's ready to go, so I'll throw this in the oven. We'll see how they look when they both come out. And we're back with Cooking with Titus. Now we're gonna see how these delicious items turned out. First, let's see our lovely meatloaf. Oh boy. They're gonna love that. And look at how our pie turned out. Beautiful. All right, well, here's our finished products. Now let's go see what our guests have to say about what I served them for dinner. I see my lovely guests have arrived. Nice to see you, friend Hamlet. Nice to meet you, Claudius. And I see the Dread Queen herself has arrived.
Impressive, Titus. Did your daughter help you with this?
Yeah, she gave me a hand with it.
Titus, didn't you say that there was a special Roman dining tradition for visiting kings?
Yes, Hamlet. It is Roman custom for visiting kings to customarily eat the dessert first as a sign of respect and leadership.
That's not tradition here, Titus, you idiot.
Shut up, Tamora. How would you even know, you stupid goth, to eat your food?
I'm glad to see that we Danes aren't the only ones who have respect for diplomatic company. Thank you, Titus.
Any good nation knows a king like you should get what they deserve.
Okay, weirdo. Now let me try this pie. You know, Hamlet, you're lucky this is happening because I'm not looking forward to my trip back to Denmark with all of your antics.
I believe other arrangements can be made where that doesn't have to happen.
Titus, this is very impressive. What's your recipe?
Well, it's a traditional Roman meatloaf, which classically contains egg, onion, some kind of bread, and a red meat of the chef's choosing.
What did you choose as your meat?
What's in this pie?
Nightshade, I think. I mean, my father told me I always avoid the stuff, but I thought you might like it.
Rapist?
What?
Carne Demetrius?
Titus, what are you talking about?
You're eating your sons!
What?
Well, folks, as always, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I hope you join us next week when we have Venus and Adonis square off in a secret admirer baking show. Ciao, Bella.